Ethereum has defied the charts and done something really unexpected. Are we about to see something crazy happen for the Ethereum price? What is causing this massive surge in crypto right now? Well guys, let's dive in and take a look. So Ethereum, as we can see, broke out of this ascending channel and has now been pushing towards the upside. But you're probably wondering what is causing us to have this sort of stalling point here. Now in crypto, it does follow quite nicely with a lot of technical analysis stuff here, and you can see that we have come up to the 1.618 or the golden ratio. Once we have a push towards the upside, we then come back down to retest, we come up and we target the 1.618, which is when we think about the all-time high, why the next all-time high is going to be absolutely massive. We're going to talk about that later on in this video. So what we can see right now, we've been probing through this 1.618, and yet twice now on the 4-hour chart we've been rejected with these big wicks coming in here, and that would suggest to me that we are about to come back for a retest of this level here. Now what happens at that point is going to be really essential to see, because if it's able to hold this line and we have a nice bounce, then the next point or the next target is going to be pretty big for Ethereum in the shorter term. However, if we continue to push on, we could well become very overextended. And I think at that point we would probably come up to around $2,000 and then potentially see a bit of a rejection there and a push back down for some sort of a retest at another level. But what is causing all of this surging in the crypto market right now, not just the Ethereum price, the Bitcoin price, etc.? Well, as we know, if we look up here, we've got Ethereum US dollar. It's against the US dollar. So when the US dollar is doing well, everything else that's against it won't be doing so well. So jumping over to the US dollar chart, guys, very interesting indeed. I'm going to jump out to a weekly on this because it's going to show us much clearer pattern of what we can see. Now we had this supply zone all the way up here, and we've come back into this area right now, starting to show in the last few weeks we're actually having a little bit of a push towards the downside. And guys, this is completely negatively correlated with crypto. So when this is going up, crypto has to go down and vice versa. Obviously day to day, some days it's going to be a little bit different because of various news, etc. But ultimately when the US dollar is pumping, crypto is going to be punished. Now, but what we're starting to see, guys, is on a weekly chart, we've had this like parabolic run for the US dollar like this, okay? And we're starting to get steeper and steeper and steeper, but eventually when we get steeper, it has to break out and go sideways. And when it goes sideways, it starts to lose some of that momentum. Now, what we could potentially say was this previous line of resistance has now been flipped into support, could potentially be seeing a push higher. But if we're breaking out of this parabola here, then we could be seeing a massive cool off for the US dollar. We're seeing it happening in Forex, etc. That to me is very exciting, because that is going to be the catalyst for what really moves the crypto market in the coming weeks and months. And this could be because obviously we've had interest rate hikes, expecting vast interest rate hikes, but actually the interest rate hikes didn't come at quite the level which was expected. It's probably a good thing because it's going to absolutely punish those people who've been borrowing money for mortgages, etc. So what we're really seeing right now is the US dollar starting to look a little bit weaker than it has been for a long time, and that is why, if we look at these last few weeks for Ethereum, we've seen this push back towards the upside. Now I did tell you the other day, guys, that if we didn't manage to break through this area, that I would have expected us to stay in this channel, because this previously was significant lines of support. But look at where the price is right now. This blue line through here, we had never had previously after this kind of big bull run back on the 5th of April 2021. We never saw below this area until earlier on this year. We've only seen wicks coming down below here. We never saw weekly closes below here. Significant where we are right now. Really significant indeed. If, however, we have a weekly close pretty much above this level at like $1,900, then things are going to be very different for Ethereum, Bitcoin, etc. What we could potentially see would be a wick, but we really need to see a weekly close. Obviously, we've got a few days off before that weekly close comes in on sort of late night Sunday, depending where you are in the world. And then we're going to see a little bit of a different thing happening. Realistically right now, I think Ethereum will be coming back for a retest at this level, and potentially pushing on to $2,000. At $2,000, we'll have to see how it reacts. I'm sure that a lot of people who were buying a month ago at $1,000 will want to take profits at $2,000, and you might be calling them crazy, but they've doubled their money in a very short space of time, and there's nothing ever wrong with taking money off the table when you're in profit, guys. Now as well, guys, jumping across to the Ethereum Bitcoin chart, we're seeing something significant as well. We had this ascending triangle, ultimately normally a bullish pattern when it comes to crypto, because we're getting lows being bought up each time, pushing it higher and higher and higher. We then broke towards the downside pretty rapidly, which indicates that the crypto market is falling. Bitcoin won't fall as fast as other cryptos traditionally because it's got a bigger market cap. However, when we're seeing Ethereum pushing, it means that crypto is moving upwards or in an upwards trajectory. We are now starting to see ourselves retesting the top of this pattern. We would have expected to see a rejection here, but we didn't, because that would have been a retest of our ascending triangle pattern. So what we're really looking to see is this, and that pattern there would indicate Ethereum going to approximately $2,000 and then pushing on towards the upside, which theoretically is what a pattern like this would normally do without this large fake out. Now jumping back to the Ethereum chart, I still don't think that once we get towards this $2,000 that we're just going to continue to boom up here, guys. If we have suddenly an aggressive move and everyone jumps in, you could see it pushing to around $2,300, but you can see the kind of shape of this pattern. We usually have a flatter bottom than this, or somewhat of a double bottom like this. It would be very surprising to me if we just continued and pushed towards the upside, but that could be what happens, guys, because trading is not 100% game. It's all about playing the odds and averages, working possibilities, probabilities, etc. Right, guys, now we've got that over with. If you want to be making money in Ethereum, Bitcoin, etc., and you're holding Ethereum or Bitcoin and you intend to for a long time, then it's an absolute no-brainer that you go down to the link in the description to earn annual percentage yield. You can earn up to 10% on your cryptocurrencies just by holding them in a Swissborg account, regulated in Switzerland, Estonia, France, etc., guys. It's a very solid platform, very easy, very cheap to use, and it's a way to earn a passive income in crypto, which is the easiest way for you to grow your wealth long term. So head down to the link in the description. You're going to get a bonus if you do that, and disclaimer, I will also get a kickback. So thanks very much for helping support the channel. If you've enjoyed today's video, then make sure you smash the thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm, and if you're new, you want to learn more about crypto, Ethereum particularly, other ways to make money in cryptocurrency and trading, then make sure you subscribe to the House of Crypto. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time with another video. Bye bye.